Hey, everybody, we back again.
Hey, come on in the room. You better come on in the
Come
room.
on, girl.
We've been waiting on you. Come on in this room.
Wanda, you couldn't wait. You couldn't even wait to do your song today. Usually Wanda let me get my name out and get to there. She didn't even wait today. I mean, hey, I'm with you.
I want them to come on in the room. We've been missing for a minute. They gotta come on
I
in this room.
promise you ain't nothing wrong with it. I promise you, that's the way to do it. If you're gonna do it, come on with it. And get
That's
on in
right.
it. Come on in the room.
Come on, come
Wanda,
on and sup
I
with
love
us.
that. I keep telling everybody, you just keep on doing it till you're gonna blow up. I already know. I already know. I'm gonna be right there. I was right there when she was working that out. Now she didn't come on. Got that thing together. This is a good. This is good. I mean, I'm enjoying it. I came in feeling like I didn't know what to do, but Wanda, you done already told me, come on in.
Come on in. Come on in. I'm excited to be back. We've been gone for a couple of weeks and everything. We took our little summer vacation, so to speak. Things happened. Life was lifing, but we're back. We're back and we missed you. We missed you.
I promise you.
We hope you missed us. You better tell us in the chat.
Tell us in the chat. Well, you know what? It was a lot of things going on, and I just got so much in my mind. It's like I'm all over the place because there's so much going on. But I was just reading, and I don't know if anybody know, but in Sunday school, they had an introduction to the Sunday school, and the Sunday school was obviously about a pastor, and he was a well-known community leader, very prominent, had a wife and children's. And what happened was he met a woman online, told his wife she got to go, and got a divorce. And most of the time we tell people, and I know we tell them, be happy, do you. But what happens when your happiness is affecting somebody else? Do you care? Do you give up? I mean, hey, it's happening every day. The fact that he was a pastor, do that make a difference?
Yeah, it makes a difference because he's a man of God. He's standing at the pulpit. He's telling people that's married, you can make it. Hold on, trust God. But was he ever equally yoked? He probably got married and was never, but you say he got children.
Yeah.
He got children, so he was in this marriage long enough, and he committed fornication. He committed adultery. He stepped outside of his marriage and he got with somebody else. So
you figured he should have stayed there, even though he was unhappy, and even though now he's finna make, and who's taking it the hardest was actually his children's. They are destroyed. I mean, they left. They have to leave their home, and now the man is with the woman. He's happy, and we see this every day. We see this every day. We tell people, you need to be happy, and if you at any price or any cost. But sometimes your happiness is predicated with somebody else.
I, in my own opinion, don't think that's happening. That's lust. Because you can, as a man of God, as a pastor, there's a way you do anything to bring happiness. First of all, did he seek godly counsel before he go on this internet searching for another being? He did it wrong. He is absolutely wrong.
So should he have just stayed there with his wife, knowing he wanted another woman?
He should have but he should not wanted that other woman from the get-go.
Some stuff happened without you even. Do you know your mind can tell you one thing, but your heart will tell you something else?
Your heart gonna tell you that when you're on the internet looking for it. Maybe he was on the internet. He swiped left or he swiped right or whatever he did. He ain't had no business swiping.
Sometimes it'll find you. You ain't even looking.
No, he was. Listen. If he got the woman before he got the divorce, he is wrong. He needed to close that door with his wife and his children and explain to his wife, I'm no longer happy. God is moving me in a different direction. And let's part ways. Give her the opportunity to say, baby, let's work it out, or baby, let's go our separate ways, or however it be. And then you go get the woman. Then you go try that new stuff out. No, he was, and then he ain't gonna put me and my kids out no house.
But most people,
she will not be resting there.
Most people have a problem with the fact that he's a pastor, and I'm like, now you want the pastor to live A-OK 100, and then anybody else, you tell me it doesn't matter.
I don't care if he a pastor or not. He a man that's wrong. He is a man that's wrong, and that's how people crack up. And you see wives go out there and kill their husbands, or husbands go kill because you done did some dumb stuff.
That is rare. It's the men's killing the women's. It ain't these women ain't out there.
They just did
these women out here is just saying next. They like a barber shop. Next, it's these men's out here. You can't even tell them I want a divorce. Pow, I don't like you no more. I mean, who does this stuff?
But they go out and do something like this.
What woman is worth you taking your life and going to prison for life?
It ain't
not.
I want you to know you're listening to Miss V and the crew. We're back in the building on today. Let us know what you're thinking. A pastor put his children out of the house because he met an internet vix. That's what he met. He met somebody on internet and he fell in love with them. And
so you think something wrong with internet dating?
Well, when you're doing it wrong, it is.
When you're the pastor's husband. When you're the husband's pastor. I have a question for you too. Sometimes it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And I do think the pastor should not be dating when he has a wife. You shouldn't be on a dating service if you already have a wife. That's wrong. No, you don't think so, Ms. V? I'm asking.
No, I think all of this is wrong because that goes back to what a lot of things. I'm just saying questions because there's so many sides to everything. There's two sides to stuff because I remember a day when wrong was wrong. Mm-hmm. But my question is, when did it become right? Or when did it become acceptable? Now, I will say this man is a pastor. That's hardening. But I do say, when you're wrong, I don't care if you're a pastor or whoever you is. When it's wrong, it's just wrong.
It's wrong.
Because whatever affects the pastor, it affects the other one too. This pastor has got rules and regulations, and so do you. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I know he may be held at a higher standard because we do that. We put him up on pedestals. But the same rules that he's preaching from and he's telling you, he got to abide by them too.
Yep. And like I say, he should take example from David. David messed up with Bathsheba and lost one of his own. How would he feel if things start happening to him because of he did his family wrong? First of all, you're supposed to keep a roof over your family head, your wife and children. You got this person with a roof over her head in my house or in their house. Oh, because I'll be getting mad. Lorraine, my niece, she said it's shameful and trifling. Right. It's shameful, and she's right.
Yeah, but you know what? But we got this thing now, and it's more than ever. The people saying, I just want you to be happy. I don't want to stay with nobody, and I'm not happy. I don't want you to be unhappy. I just want you to be happy. And so the man is holding true to it. He just want to be happy.
I want him to be happy too. But you ain't gonna be happy in my house, and you ain't gonna be happy doing what you will not be happy at my misery. Will not. We all gonna be miserable. And she gonna wish she never met you after I get to making your life misery. Yep. She gonna you take.
Well, when I found out what really make you tick. Start coming up in your house. You finna get.
You ain't coming up in there.
That makes sense though. I mean, why should someone else's happiness be at somebody else's despair?
And that is so true. And so now that's my question is, now when you're talking about being happy and it affects so many other people's and so many people's are connected to it, do you suffer? Do you just neglect the desires and stuff? Or how do you handle it when you're not happy and you have these obligations and you have these children but you're not happy anymore?
You communicate.
You go to the Lord like you're supposed to.
Yes.
So you the pastor go to the Lord in prayer.
See, seek ye the Lord while he is yet to be found. For you condemn yourself to hell. Hey, niece.
Yeah, I mean, we in these type of times now, and that brings me, because by all extent, the whole situation is wrong.
It's wrong.
It's wrong, and the Sunday school is trying to bring that out.
But didn't they say that the son came knocking on the door where he used to live?
No, one of his friends.
Oh, I thought it was his son.
One
the
of his
son's
friends
Okay.
came looking for him, and when they finally found him, he fell in tears because he was so distraught at the fact that he's not at his house no more. He's not with his father and not with his mother. They're not together. But so what your actions, it affects the children's way more than it'll even affect the mom or whatever.
And then the friend go over to the house and see the girl and the father there.
Yeah.
He is something else. All members should leave his church.
Now, why you gonna? He ain't did nothing to the members.
Yeah. Yes, he did. All them spirits in him gonna flock up to them lust demons and everything. And he come up there talking about, let me lay hands on you.
You know what? That brings me to another question. If the pastor is found cheating and the wife has said, I'm staying here with him, I done invested too much in him, I'm not going nowhere. So what do you think about the members? If the wife is gonna stay with him, why would you leave his church?
I'm gonna be side-eyeing him every chance I get. I'm not gonna even lie, tell you the truth. I'm gonna be side-eyeing him. That's her. Cause how you gonna tell me how to live right? I can't even come to you and tell you I'm having marital issues because you didn't even talk to your wife about your issues.
And he gonna tell you I'm having problems too.
Well, I'm saying that's my
and you are talking to me, and we finna talk it out together because I'm having the same problem you having. So we gonna talk it out together.
So I have to go to somewhere, even though I know people fall short, and everything is not going to be perfect. No, just because you wear a title, do not make you perfect at all. However, when you're teaching the word of God and yeah, his wife can forgive him, and I forgive you too. But at the same token, I'm going to side-eye you because I'm going to be watching. Is this going to be your only time? Are you looking at the other members up in here? What are you doing?
But when you're looking at the pastor is telling you what the words say. Not, it ain't really him. He's just a mailman.
And then he's an example of the word. He's supposed to be living it too.
It's like the mailman. He's just bringing you the mail. And that's what a pastor's doing. He is delivering you the word. And the word ain't his word. It's the word of God.
But
when he's telling you what to do, it ain't him.
Sometimes it is. They ain't all the time God. God, if he listened to God that hard, then he wouldn't be cheating. They ain't always listen to God. Sometimes it's them themselves.
Well, if he get out there and he open it and he's teaching you.
Now, if he come and he talk and they well, first of all, he didn't cheat and it's between him and his wife. Don't come tell me nothing.
You didn't ask me before you did.
Yeah. Don't come tell me. You want me to look at your side out if you tell me.
Yeah, but you know how stuff is. It's gonna get out. And there's one thing about rumors and gossip. It finds its way out. It's like and then it's gonna be so distorted. It ain't gonna even be half right. But it's like that. We used to stuff now. Look, you back in the day, marijuana. I used to say reefers. They don't call it reefers no more.
They call it
our age, we do
blunts and stuff. We
I said we still do.
Yeah, reefers.
Reefers, yeah.
Reefers.
When I say reefer, people make fun of me. Oh, joints. No, it ain't no joint. But when people, it used to be time marijuana was wrong. When did it become right?
When they made it legal, when they put it in the hospital. How do you make
something that was wrong right?
Yeah, that makes
because they said there are some medicinal purposes behind it. When they decided to change, so it was good.
So back in my day, they didn't have the medicinal. What you say?
Right, it wasn't used for medicine, or was, but they didn't get to say it and make it legal.
The study made it. They studied it, and they found out that it had some good purposes, so they made it legal.
Opium had good purposes back in the day. True. And but they still said it was wrong because sometimes it make you lose your mind. It's just like if you're taking too much painkillers and all that stuff don't work well with everybody else. But now that they made it legal, Everybody doing it.
They want to use it. The people who make the laws want to use it, so they want it to be legal. When they decide,
be like, like they said, the young people said, yeah, they just wanted to get their cut, and they know the other way they didn't wasn't getting a cut.
Exactly.
But it just goes to show you all these things that was once wrong.
But do they still?
Even if you was to look at homosexuality, at some point it was wrong, because I remember back in our day they would tell you, if you is, you better stay in the closet until I die.
Yep.
And you could not breathe it. You could not. And if you were, didn't nobody know you was.
No, maybe suspected, but you wasn't coming out.
You wasn't coming out.
You wasn't.
But now, if it was wrong then, what makes it right now?
Politics.
The people who run, who make the laws are those things. So they want to use weed. They want it to be legal for their own purposes.
Yeah.
But see, this is how we let other people define who we are. And it's not just like the one person. We are a nation, and we ought to stay true to who we are.
But how do you stay? I mean, you stay true personally to who you are, but as the nation and as political power over us that set these laws and set these rules and open these doors and say y'all can walk in them and y'all can look, you can be whatever sex you want. Matter of fact, you can change your birthright off what's on your birth certificate. Right. You was born a she, you could be a he, you could be a maybe, you could be a them and a they and a those. Never heard such thing in my whole life, but this is what they said you can do with your own birthright. It doesn't make sense, and that would have been wrong back in the day, and everybody can go in the same bathroom, all that stuff. I'm not saying that people don't have a preference sexually. I'm not saying that people don't probably need to get high and let their mind rest. I don't know. I'm just saying that it's too much.
It's a lot. And we could go on and on about that, because they was talking about this the letting the men play basketball or something with the woman,
with the women, transgender.
That's the craziest thing you ever heard of.
Because they saying if you transgender, you're not a man or you're not a woman. You either or you change from a man to be a woman, or you change from a woman to be a man.
I don't care how your mind and all that stuff is. Getting out there playing whatever with somebody with the difference that's crazy.
You don't think the genetics can hold up, or the hormones or whatever?
There's no way your physiques and your body built they are different. It used to be I don't know, you can't hardly do it now, but it used to time you could see a woman walking, you knew without even getting close to you, without her telling you, you knew she had that makeup. I ain't saying she was 26, 24, 26, but you knew it.
Yeah.
Now, you don't know.
You don't know, because some of these men, hey, they got shapes and they wigs on, they makeup. I was watching this guy. He put his makeup on better than any woman I know. I be like, let me watch and see how you do that, because they got it. They know how to do it.
Brick house bodies.
Yeah.
So you don't know who.
I mean, we done gone too far. It's what it says. What was wrong is right now. It's wrong. What about calling the police on the parents? Who ever heard of some stuff of police, and you can call the police and then they put me in jail?
Did you do something wrong?
No, but I was definitely, if they had it back in my day,
you'd have been in jail.
It'd have been some police that have stayed at my house. Because it's just some of this stuff just didn't make sense. You don't even never heard of stuff like this, and now it's acceptable. It's the way it is, of the way of the word.
Yeah. Do you think it could be repaired?
I definitely do, but it's got to be like Joshua said. As for me in my house, this is what it's going to be. It's got to be some more of me in my house, because it got to start there, and then it spread. But if you ain't trying to maintain what this teens take over, who house you in?
Not my house. Not my
house. What house did you take? Where you come from?
No, I seen just today. My son was talking to his mom. He was doing this, and she was like, and every minute she'd put her hand up. Boy, do you know you've been on the floor, the broom, the mop, the dustpan, and the shovel would have been all up in your face.
When did this stuff that happen? When did we switch over? When did we let it creep in? We cracked that door, and now it's in.
when they start saying the kids can call DCFS on the parents and the parents can't hit them, and we fell for that okey doke, and stop hitting our kids and say, I'm not gonna do nothing, I'm just gonna give you the world. And baby, they beat us as slaves. They taught us how to beat us, and now we got whippings when we were little. I mean, and some of us still survived that stuff.
We survived.
All of the little scars I got, I probably deserve some. I think they ever did, but I survived.
They did,
and
they would even tell you when they would whoop you, and then but one do it, and they're like, I'm gonna whoop all of y'all till I get the right one.
Okay.
My
God.
They will tell you. What could you do?
You take that
whooping. Take the whooping. You know, I didn't do it. That's all right. I get the right one. And then some of them say, I'm going to save it up and I'm going to get you later. And they wasn't playing.
Oh, don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep. They whoop you at your sleep.
So, I mean, this stuff was real. And it didn't kill us. It's made us strong. And it kept us with a mind of fearing the rights and the wrongs, even when they weren't even in your presence. You could say, I know I wasn't raised like that. I wasn't brought up like that. Now, I mean, how do you just say you can just talk to your parent any kind of way?
And it used to be a time when the mother said, I'm gonna tell your daddy when he get home. And he'd be like, please don't tell dad, mama, because I don't got to do nothing right now because your dad gonna tie you up when you get home. Now the dad's scared with the mama. Both of them sitting there. But then but then you got some of these kids coming out from smoking this real legal stuff now, coming in the house all out of control, shooting their parents or standing up to them in their house. How do you disrespect the one that got the roof over your head? How do you disrespect the one who's feeding you every day? How do you disrespect the one who take you to the hospital when you sick? Because the doctor can't do nothing to you unless they sign for you and stuff. How do you disrespect the one who got to sign you in school? How do you disrespect the one who got to make sure you get there and have bus fare and everything? But you can go out with your friends and say, man, I'm sorry, and be cool with them. But you come home and you disrespect your parent. How can you do that?
I don't even know how you could do it when you didn't even know your name till I told you.
Oh, that's a good one.
So and now all of a sudden you know more than me. I don't know how we have really, and you may not can stop, as we say, the nations and all of that stuff, but you can't do something in your home.
In your home, you got to take it back.
You got to start there, and if this home, and then they do their home, and they somewhere in the middle, we will fall in between.
My auntie said we had morals and values.
Read it in the microphone. Read it.
We had morals and values. We learned how to respect our elders. We are grounded today because of our discipline. Praise God as God, we are who we are, and today because of our ancestors.
Amen.
She right.
Beautiful.
Yeah, she's right. Our ancestors taught us well.
I totally agree.
And then they're dying off. People,
Yeah.
The older generation is
that
dying
generation,
off.
yeah.
And this new generation, what they call now?
The letter X or Z, or
the letter Z,
baby
the Gen
boomers
Z,
and the X's, millenniums,
the millennials, and all of them are taking over.
Them gave them all kind of names.
Yeah. Just from young old elders to millenniums, Gen Zs, XYZs, and QPs too.
It is, and it hurts you because these are our children's.
Yes,
and it hurts you to see where we're going with it. And someone said and I wasn't even intending to say all of this, but somebody said on Sunday, and they said that back in my day, or even in my children's day, we put the food on the table and we ate it.
Right.
The clothes that we went and bought them, half of the kids went with you. They wore. And when you tell them to come in, they came in. So when did we give them a voice? See, you didn't say nothing when they put the food on the table. You didn't say nothing when they told you that's what you're going to wear. You didn't say nothing when you said, make sure you come in the house and make sure you on that porch when I look out. They didn't have phones and cell phones, and we didn't have all of these things. So they was where you told them to be. You didn't need it. You had to go to the school, or either I come up there and I whoop you till you get back home. So we didn't, but when did we give them a voice?
Yeah.
Now you asking them where you want to eat, where you want to wear, where you want to go. Did you want? So when you gave them a voice, it's our fault.
Yeah, and they are prone to ask you why. They telling them why don't we used to couldn't question. My mom used to say, you better not question me.
I was just finna
you
say,
better do what I said.
You just said why. Oh, that was a killing word
now.
then. Why? Pow, you couldn't say no why.
They got it bad now. They can say, well, I remember I used to tell my kids, go from one corner to another corner. You been in that corner, I don't care. You better stop that bite way before you get to that corner. You been in that corner, you getting whooped, and you coming in the house. They ain't been in that corner. And I can look out the window and see from one end to the other end. Because I put the fear in them that this is what's going to happen. But our children, this day and age, children don't fear their parents. Mm-hmm. They feel that they are a privileged people. They supposed to get all this
this
stuff.
What you're supposed to do. They'll tell you that's what you're supposed to do.
Give. But the Bible said, give and this shall come back to you. When you gonna give it back to me? Good measure.
Do you think one of the things that started to happen is my third grade teacher passed away this week, and I was thinking about the kind of woman she was. She was an extension of my parents. She actually did what responded the same way my parents would if I did something wrong at school.
Oh yeah.
That stopped happening, that the schools were an extension of home. It started to be them against home against teachers versus we're all in this together for the kids. Did that change or
it changed?
It did.
It changed because even when we was coming up, parents had such a powerful impact on you. I know for a fact, even them, and they gone on. And I tell this my kids all the time that those teachers back in them days played such an impact on your life. Yes. And even though you may not even got back to tell them thank you, but with the impact that they put on your life, you remember it even to this day.
Yes, they were an extension.
They was. I never will forget my children, like my fourth or fifth. Now you know how long that's been, but I still remember her. Her name was Miss Long, and I thought was the meanest person in the world. But when I got up and I got older and had kids of my own and I had problems of my own, and I began to see these were the people that saw something in me, cared enough to talk to me, cared enough to want to discipline me, because discipline is nothing but some training. And when you can get somebody that care enough that I will check you, they care. And you find somebody like that. And then when you get older, that's why they don't understand it now. That's why when parents are parents, you got to put it in them right now, because they don't like it, but they're going to appreciate it later.
Yes.
That type of stuff, it's like a boomerang. All you do, throw it out there. They'll get it sooner or later.
I remember.
They're going to get it.
Not too long ago, I was at a church function, and I met a lady that went to the school I went to, when I was in grammar school, and I was talking about the teacher. I said it was a teacher that was next door to my teacher. She was so mean, and everybody came out learning. And I said, but she was so mean, everybody was scared of her, but they learned a lot. She said, what was her name? I said, Miss Price. She said, that was me. Oh. I got scared. I got real scared. Yeah, I got scared all over again. And then she said, yeah, I didn't play. She said, I didn't play with my class. She said, but I tell you what, when they graduate with honors. When they left my class and they passed me in the hallway, they knew they better straighten up again. Right. Because she was like a mother to them. And then Miss Brockman, my teacher, she'll cuss you out, though. She ain't play. I don't care who around, the principal, whatever. She'll say what she got to say. But when I became a teacher and went into the schools, those values, those things, that caring that they want to get, you thinking they all in your business. No, they into you. They into what you're into. They want to care about you. And so that's what I took for my kids when I was coming up in the schools. I'm gonna love on my students just like they mine, and I'm gonna try to build a relationship with the parents so that because sometimes you get the parents say, I can't do nothing with them, but you can. And I had one that the mother couldn't do nothing with, but I could. And I can call him and he can call me and everything. But everything we did was with the parents' permission. Yeah. And so you have to bring that love back to the kids. You have to some kids tell you that they don't want you in their business because they're going through things. But you don't give up on them. I just don't believe in giving up.
Love, and I don't think that's
discipline.
That's the way it used to be for us. That discipline was love. And now it's not seen that way.
And you know, one thing, you just hit the nail on the head, because if I have my kids over here at home, but then when they leave home, they go into some more discipline over here. It was like we covered.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, no, they get to the school. I ain't gonna say nothing to you because your mama gonna come up here and whoop me too. So I'm not gonna say nothing. Just go on, let y'all do what you want to do. And you cannot put rules and regulations in a child's hand.
You can't
They
do
they
that.
just got it. They don't even know.
And the mama coming up there, your child just cursed me out. I'm calling you for support, and you come up and cuss me out too.
But that's what's happening, unfortunately. So now the teachers are not offering that kind of discipline.
Exactly.
Because they don't want. Recently, I went to pick up my granddaughter, and they were telling me that a situation that just happened where a man brought his daughters. He went and brought girls up there to fight.
Wow.
The teachers and fight people who had said something to his child, and versus him doing the fighting, he gonna bring his female family members. Things like that I don't think they happened. If they did, they weren't no,
they didn't do stuff like that. See, this is, and we ain't gonna even get to start talking about all these fightings.
Joanne said real love is necessary.
It's necessary.
It's necessary.
It's necessary, and that is where we got to come back, and because we said, and this was in the Sunday school too. Not in my house.
Not in my house.
It was some stuff that I don't care what your friend, your neighbor, I don't care what your classmate did when you came home. No, this is a whole new not here.
But mama, they be doing this at their house, and we be standing up to midnight at their house while we got to go to bed 9 o'clock over here. Cause I said
so, and that word would ring true. Cause I said so.
And now you got to give them an explanation, baby, because DCFS said if I tell you to go to bed too early and all that stuff, ain't no explanation. It is what I said. And that's all that it is. You're listening to Miss V and the crew. We just glad to have you here. If there's something you want to participate in or say something, let us know on the chime in the chat and let us know. Or either call us at 708-223-8953. 708-223-8953. We would love to hear your voice and tell us, when did wrong become right?
Just recently, a young lady, and this is no joke, she put her son out because he was disobedient. She couldn't do nothing with him, and he just hollered, just doing anything, living the way he wanted, bringing whatever he can in the house, bringing people to the house. So she put him out, and when she put him out, he got killed. And when he got killed, now she is depressed, and she is now taking it as if it were her fault that it happened. If she had not put him out, he would probably still be living today, is her thought.
Was he out for a long time, or he just got put out? Because whoever was after him, and it probably was after him anyway, or I just feel like it's not her fault, because sometimes we have to make hard choices as parents. We have to make hard choices. If it didn't happen then, eventually it probably would have. Because even though she put him out, he was going outside anyway. He was going in the same streets, doing the same thing probably. And it's just so unfortunate, and I feel so bad for that parent that, and I can't say how I would feel, but at the same time, I just hope that she don't feel like it's her fault, because if you're in the streets, he was already in the streets before she put him out, right? He was bringing people home, doing his thing his own way, being disobedient. And the Bible says disobedient child don't live their days long, but sometimes they can rush it by allowing the streets to just take full control of them. So I
know it's one of those hardening things,
yeah.
And it hurts. I mean, but there's one thing about life is you don't never know what the next day gonna bring. It can bring sunshine, it can bring rain, but you cannot hold on to what could have happened or should have happened,
right?
Because you don't even know. I mean, if you could have said he stayed there, and he could have been assassination for everybody in the house.
Right.
So you can't never pick and choose on about if, because you don't know You just don't know. You making decisions daily, and your decisions, sometimes you making them, and sometimes they are hard decisions, and you just say, you know what, I'm just making the best decision with what I got to work with, and you just make it and say, Lord, let the chips fall where they may. And if they said, and if you walking right, and if you're trying to do right, he said there's no good thing he withhold from you. So you just got to know that whatever I'm doing is not selfishly done. I'm trying to make the right decision. And at this time and what I got to work with, I'm making the best one I can. And then leave everything else in the hands of the Lord.
Yes, yes. So I just hope she bounced back from that, and
I do
depression
too.
don't take her over.
Well, do you think it's better for if you see your children's and you don't like what you see, or you don't see them and you can just think good thoughts? Sometimes you can, you can just I don't see them. Oh yeah, they out there, they doing real good.
You know what?
Or you look out there and you like, I wish I had a rock. I'll throw it.
But you know
You're gonna
what?
give them that Ernest T. Bass. If I had a rock.
Sometimes not seeing them bring you more peace than seeing them.
Ignorance is bliss sometimes. I used to say that. I have one child that when she lived a little bit further away, I always just imagined she was okay. Well, I didn't know she wasn't. And that's a lot better than know what she is actually now. And I'm like, it's more stress. Right. I liked ignorance. It made me understand that phrase. Ignorance is bliss. Not knowing you can make yourself just put yourself in this pretend world that everything is good. If I don't see it.
Yep, they doing wonderful. They ain't in another state. Then you get them in your face. You be like, oh my God, when are they coming home? Why are they doing this?
Take me now.
So, do you think having your child around you in your face every day is more easier to deal with than them being gone and not living with you? Tell us what you're thinking.
I know, and the reason I asked that question, because we were just talking about the one that was put out, but this young lady told me because her son, she haven't seen him in 6 years.
Oh wow,
6 years, and
wait a minute, she haven't seen him in 6 years because they're in another state, or
no,
just because she didn't talk to him either.
No.
Oh.
He did something she didn't like, and she
no, it ain't her at all.
Oh,
he just don't. She just don't know. She just don't know where yet.
Oh, that would worry me, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when he was there, he
worked up when he was there too.
When he was there.
Oh, then I think I would make up in my mind.
So it's one of those things where you don't really know, because even in the fact that whatever he done when he was there, she says better that she saw his face.
Yeah.
Once in a while. Now I agree with that. Now I know when you get peace while they gone and all that stuff, but I need to hear your voice.
Yeah,
I need to know. Yeah, I need to see you once in a while. If I got to come to you and see how you stand, how you living, to make sure you're okay. And once I get my eyes on you and I see you okay, I'm okay, and I'm going back and pretend again.
I agree with you, Luanda. I must say, I do think sometimes
there is a need for a little.
You do need a check in.
Right.
You need them to check in and at least fake that they doing good.
Right.
Or at least I gotta hear their voice, or because I'm the type that's gonna worry. If I hear that it feel like you not doing well, I'm gonna worry and I'm gonna be trying to get to you. But I do think, and I even think of that with my own. I'm blessed to still have my mother around, and some days I haven't talked to her, but I feel like I know the kind of mother I need to hear from my children every now and then. I tell myself I got to talk to her, try to get to her, because I know she needs to hear my voice like I need to hear my children's voice.
That's right.
Amen.
Joanne says no one knows the day nor the hour when they're gonna leave here. Just when someone dies after you put them out, she probably put her son out so he can learn to fend for himself while she's alive.
I'm sorry. She probably put her son out to fend for himself while she's alive. I can't hardly read. And she wanted her child to not to depend on her. God only knows, and He cares for His own. Thank you all for the real talk, because wrong wrong can never be right.
I agree.
Yep.
If it was wrong, it's still wrong.
Yep.
I totally agree with her.
Yep.
And she had these conversations because sometimes you look at your children and you say to yourself, sometimes you even ask yourself, is it even your child? You be like, you be saying to yourself, my mama used to say that. My mama said, if I didn't have y'all at home, I would swear y'all weren't my children. She had all hers at home, and she was like, "If I didn't have you at home, I swear y'all wasn't mine."
Because it's unrecognizable. It's like I didn't raise you like that.
Yeah,
and and I'll tell anybody, your children when they're in the house with you. You know your children as you raise them, but you don't know them as a husband. You don't know them as a wife. You don't know them as a boyfriend or girlfriend because those other people see them in whole different ways, and you also don't know them when they're in the streets. I just know what I see right here. Yeah. What I taught you, the respect you give me. And I hope and pray that when you leave my sight, you do that again. But a lot of times they can say, your child did this and your child did not mine. No, they didn't do that.
You switched that birth.
Yes.
Well, I promise you that it is so true. And I mean, you be like, you can have like 3 and 4 children and you see all these different sizes and you like, yeah, but the same mother, same father, same food, same clothes.
But their minds are so different. Like, where did you come? That must be on your daddy's side. Somebody down the line. Yeah. We skipped the ancestor or something.
I know, right? But you know what I tell them, and I say this before we go off, that the one thing that is so true and is so prevalent is that regardless of the crime, a mama gonna still love you.
That's right.
I mean, even when you don't do to her what you're supposed to do for her,
a mother's love,
mother is gonna love you.
Yeah.
And that's why it hurts me to my heart to see a child that does not love the one whose shoulders you standing on. Because that one will stand with you, be there for you. I look at all these young people that's going through all these things. They got life in prison. And only person is standing there with them is their mother. Don't never give up on that. Be true to her.
But what about these fathers? What about the fathers that's standing with these kids and later on they find out they're not theirs?
Yeah. I just saw a situation like that. This man, he had 3 children, been married to the woman for 10 years, and the children ain't his.
All 3.
He went to a job and shot him, but I don't think he killed him.
I hope he didn't kill her. I hope he didn't kill her. But that is all. See, and I feel bad for some of these fathers.
So what do you think they're gonna do to him? And I mean, we're getting into a whole new session because this almost said she needed to be something got to be done.
Now he need to be calling his sisters over there.
Drive up with his female relative.
Why you Yeah, I mean women's had to stop. We got to stop this. They're having all these babies in there.
And then he look, that one ain't got my eyes. That one don't have my nose. This one don't have my forehead. None of these kids look like me.
But he married. So he just assuming the kids was his.
I would assume too.
Yeah. But
should they do DNA when kids are born? What do you think?
I think they should make that mandatory. I don't care if you're married 45 years. I say they should make it mandatory because a lot of that stuff they have. You ain't seen paternity court? And
the child is not
yours.
One woman had been in there 7 times. She came and she said, my mama been and said 7 men, and they none of them my daddy. She went on another show. I'm just trying to find out.
Your God, your daddy. You just got to get that up.
The Heavenly Father is your father.
Yes, that's your daddy.
I said, but now, how many men could you be with in a period of a time before you don't know who the daddy is?
7.
More than 7, it looks like.
We do know 7 is not the magic number.
8 is complete. Oh, Lord.
This stuff is this. I think this is one of the worst things you do is you have these children, they grow up and they don't know who their daddy is.
Yeah, that's
No.
But
real
they
sad.
don't know either, though. They're not trying to be mean. They don't know.
Yeah, but at some point,
But it could
can't see
be
you
they
serious.
have an addiction,
'Cause
like
there
they
gotta
on
be a
drugs or
gap when
alcohol or
Ain't
some of
this
the
a gap?
blackouts.
but
I
it's a
don't
gap
know.
from when the egg and the sperm meet.
Yeah, the gap is um,
Eight.
Don't ask
ejaculation.
anybody.
Ejaculation.
Whoever's there got there first. And we don't know who's. She don't either.
He's swimming up the sea.
Right. Who swim faster? We won't know.
But it's got to be a time limit for him to swim. He just can't be swimming for 4
That's
years.
why you think they
For
take the day
2 and
after.
3 days.
So
Some are the same day.
yeah,
So
some
you
of the
can't
same-
have 7 and 8 of them in the same day.
No.
I don't know. Can y'all? I don't know.
We don't know that. I'm sorry, I don't know my biology that well.
I mean, maybe it was a profession she was in.
Right.
When you're in a profession,
where you're having a multiple in an hour.
right? You're
It's
making
whoever
your
swam
$25,
I know-
$45.
I know, like the girl said, she had that internet. She went out with 3 men in the same day.
So there you go.
Yeah, you can
Who's
do that.
the father out of those
Th-
3 men?
Right. Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean
When
she
she
slept
had-
with 3 men.
that's
She dated
true.
them.
That's true.
She's now in her case, she's searching. She's swiping left or she's swiping right.
And you
whatever.
know what? And to make that point and clear, she did say that, and she said because now and that's something that was so good. She said that now we got with this internet, it's so quick and fast, and you got options. Nobody. The first thing you don't like. Oh, that's a turn off. She said so. Nobody is waiting for you. They see a flaw, it's over with.
Yeah, them red
At
flags.
least back in the day, you it was times, it was some good, it was some bad. And even when it come to marriage, that's why I'm always gonna be marriage is acceptable and it's right.
Yeah.
Always.
But she but with her, it sounds like she put them in time slots. Now, I'm gonna give you 2 to 4, 6 to 8. Put them in time slots. I don't owe y'all nothing.
And she just but I mean, we in all seriality, it's got to be something did with all these children, these mothers, and not.
Joy said you don't have to have sex with them all in the same day, and then some twins have different fathers.
That's true. I heard that.
Twins
I
have
did not.
different fathers.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I seen Tyler Perry movie Sisters. She was pregnant by two people.
I didn't know that. I couldn't believe that. So that means in the same night she had 2 different people.
Within that 24-hour time frame.
Oh, so it's a 24-hour.
And I'm just saying 24 hours on the
You
TV
don't
show.
know. You had something.
I know. I ain't did that.
They didn't talk about that in the movie. I'm asking for real.
Yeah, I'm serious. Because somebody just told me that there can be because this girl had the babies and they was about 2 different. Because with you got it.
Identical twins and fraternal twins. Fraternal twins can be 2 different dads.
Yeah, I heard that. I couldn't believe that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Maybe you.
That's true.
Y'all let's do stuff
on that.
Yeah. The fraternal twin. We gonna do a Who's Your Daddy segment one day.
Yeah, it's so crazy because this man was just now because we didn't even get a chance to do it because there was a man who have went to jail and he stayed there for 34 years and found out that he wasn't even guilty of the crime. And I wanted to talk about that but we ain't gonna do it tonight. But that was something hardening that because I don't like to go to juries and I don't like to be sitting because for you to send somebody to jail and they stayed in there for 34 years. And then they gave him $1.7 million when he got out. But you can't.
I don't know that money though. I don't know.
Was that worth 34 years of your life?
No, I'm just kidding.
I
want to give up 34 years of my life. If I could have made that,
No, you wouldn't have made one. No,
I might have been smart. Business person.
Well, he got 1.7 million.
He deserved it.
Oh man, they couldn't have paid him enough. 34 years for something I didn't do, and what I done, and ain't no telling what he done went through in there.
Right.
Yep. It's that's torture. Now I paid. Yeah, it's a lot to go through. It's a lot to think about. Money. is good though. But
34 years. What if somebody passed away while he was in jail?
Yeah, he lost
like
a lot.
Lose your parents or something. You don't get to say goodbye to.
Yeah, and you probably never get a chance to have children. You know, grew out the age of having kids.
You know what? That's a good question. If somebody asked you to spend 34 years in prison or get and afterward give you $1.7 million, would you take it?
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I would take it.
I promise you, it's been a treat. I love everybody. I'm so grateful to be here. We're going to see you next week at the same time, same channel. Just come on back and see us.
Come on back in the room next week. We love y'all. Thanks for tuning in.